lane. Over the years, Aadhaar has grown from a big, unique digital identity initiative to becoming a backbone of India's inclusive growth story, empowering residents, enabling efficient service delivery, and driving innovation across sectors. Today's gathering is not just a dialogue. It is also a celebration of Aadhaar's journey, its impact on millions of lives, and its continued role in shaping a stronger, more connected, and more vibrant India. After 3 successful editions of our flagship stakeholder engagement conference titled Aadhaar Samvad at Bengaluru, Mumbai, and New Delhi, we are now in Hyderabad to hold the 4th such conference. At Bengaluru, in November 24, we focused around the industries, technologies involved in the digital identity space. The second edition in January 25 in Mumbai centered around fintech sector and bringing together BFSI, fintech, and telecom sectors. In Delhi, we focused our role in strengthening governance. Here, our theme is Connect, Empower, and Innovate. And we shall focus on expanding usage, supporting startup systems, and fostering innovation. All this while keeping the Aadhaar number holder at its core. It's given me and my organization an immense pleasure to see you all, our stakeholders, our partners, industry bodies, educational institutions, startup ecosystems, technology leaders, policy makers, think tanks, and our colleagues in such a big number. Your presence here demonstrates our shared commitment towards ease of living and ease of doing business. After the inaugural session, we will have a very focused discussion covering themes like innovation in digital identity systems, unlocking Aadhaar for non-government entities, and new development, enrollment, and update ecosystem. We are hopeful that the outcome of this event will bring actionable insights which will enhance the Aadhaar usage and authentication services and will also lay a foundation for implementation in new use cases, further benefiting people. With these words, I welcome you all to this 16th Aadhaar Day Foundation Day and this edition of Aadhaar Samvad. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Please welcome the CEO, UIDAI, Shri Bhuvanesh Kumar, sir, to kindly share his thoughts with us.
Thank you. Respected Shri S. Krishnan sir, Secretary Mighty, Chief Guest for this edition of the Aadhaar Samvad on the Aadhaar Day, who's connected virtually because of his multifarious commitments, dignitaries on the dais, respected Chairperson UIDAI, Shri Nilkant Mishra ji, Member UIDAI, Professor Mausam ji, Postmaster General Telangana Circle, Srimati N.R. Visalachi ji, Shri Vivek Chand Verma, DDG Aadhaar Usage Division, Srimati Sangeeta, DDG RO Hyderabad, colleagues from the central governments, state governments, UIDAI, champions from the industry, startups, learned speakers, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to all of you as we gather to celebrate the Aadhaar Day for the first time, while continuing the Aadhaar Samvad series. The first Aadhaar was issued on this day 15 years ago on 29th of September 2010. And that is why the UIDAI authority has rightly decided to celebrate this day annually. Today, we will reflect on one of the most transformative initiatives in Digital India's journey, which has led to inclusive and transparent governance. Aadhaar is not just a 12-digit unique identity number. It actually represents empowerment, accessibility, and trust. Aadhaar started with the objective to ensure that every resident has a secure and verifiable identity that enables access to rights, entitlements, and opportunities. Over the years, Aadhaar has grown into world's largest biometric identity system, touching the lives of more than 1.4 billion people. It has redefined the way the residents connect with the government schemes, financial services, and essential utilities. Aadhaar signifies more than just the technology. It actually signifies equity. It has helped eliminate duplication and leakages, ensuring that subsidies and benefits reach the rightful recipients directly. From enabling financial inclusion through the Jan Dhan accounts to making digital transaction easy and secure, Aadhaar has become, true to its own name, the foundation for India's digital public infrastructure. On this day, we acknowledge the countless individuals, the visionaries, policymakers, technologists, and field workers whose commitment has made Aadhaar possible. Their work has given us a robust identity system that the world looks upon as the model for population scale with security and innovation. The Aadhaar Samvad series started with its first edition at Bangalore and traversed through Mumbai and Delhi to reach Hyderabad for the fourth event in the series. The Aadhaar Samvad brings together various stakeholders, right from the Aadhaar center operators to enrollment agencies, registrars, requesting entities, authentication user agencies, technologists, innovators, subject matter experts, ecosystem partners, and officials from the UIDAI, the central government and the state government. They all come on a platform which is dedicated to presentation on the recent developments, recognition of the best practices, and dialogue for further innovation, which is not just for exchange of idea, but for reaffirmation of our collective vision. While 143 crores Aadhaars have already been generated, the user base is ever expanding, with almost 2.25 crore new Aadhaars being added every year. Combined with the Aadhaar update requirements of the Aadhaar number holders, UIDAI receives more than 10 lakh requests per day. The system is processing these many requests on a daily basis. In the month of September 2025, we have seen continuously higher than 10 lakh, 11 lakh and 12 lakh on different days. Our teams are working tirelessly to improve the user experience. The new Aadhaar app is on the horizon to provide for electronic sharing of verified credentials. I'm sure some of you would have experienced this outside. It will also make possible availing of update services in a shorter span of time. All kinds of updates other than the biometric updates will be possible from the comforts of your homes. The UIDAI Aadhaar Seva Kendras, which were 88 in number, have been expanded to 473 across the country to cover all major districts, which will provide quality services for the people in their own geographies. Maintaining the integrity of Aadhaar database is of utmost importance. So on one hand, we need to capture the biometrics of children who were enrolled below the age of 5 years and they were enrolled without biometrics. Thanks to the School Education Department, Government of India, for the tech integration of the UDICE portal with the Aadhaar, it is now possible to identify all those children studying in the schools who have not done their mandatory biometric updates. And a targeted campaign has already been initiated. On the other hand, deactivation of Aadhaar numbers of those people who have deceased is a bigger challenge. And the UIDAI has been working tirelessly to collect information from various sources, including registrars of births and deaths, banks, insurance companies, government schemes like public distribution system, NSAP, PM Kisan, and revenue records seeded with Aadhaar. We have met with some success and have been able to deactivate nearly 1.5 crore Aadhaars, and we hope to reach 2 crores by the end of December. But still, there will be a long journey to cover. Automated verification of documents from the source of truth has been implemented in a big way. Most of the state governments have come forward to support us in the online issuance of documents with QR codes for automated verifications. Authentication system has been augmented, and a new framework has been announced for onboarding of state and district cooperative banks. With the help of NABARD and the Ministry of Cooperation, it will pave the way for Aadhaar authentication for their customers. Except for the PDS and the fertilizer distribution, all the other fingerprint devices in the authentication ecosystem, which are more than 32 lakhs, have been upgraded from the L0 to L1, which ensures liveness check of the fingerprints. Face authentication is becoming very popular, and the cumulative transactions are doubling every 6 months. So for the first 50 crore transaction, whatever time took, for the 50 crore to reach 100 crore, it took another 6 months. And from 100 crore to 200 crore, it required only 6 months. So the pace at which it is growing and it is becoming popular, we definitely see a challenge, because whatever becomes popular, the fraudsters will try to manipulate. And that is why it is extremely important that we understand the risk, and we need to incorporate the best technologies that ensure face liveness check. We are engaging with the startups on this and will be announcing a challenge later in the day. Today, we are also launching the brand guidelines for uniform visibility of Aadhaar and related services. A commemorative stamp is planned to be unveiled today to mark this day, thanks to the Postal Department. Looking ahead, Aadhaar will continue to play a central role in shaping India's digital future, empowering residents with seamless access to services, expanding digital inclusion, and strengthening our governance from healthcare to education, from social welfare to entrepreneurship. Aadhaar will remain a key enabler and growth for equity. In the end, I would like to thank Secretary Mighty for sparing his valuable time from his hectic schedule to be with us and bless us on this occasion. I also thank the chairperson and member UIDAI for their unwavering support. I thank the PMG Telangana Circle for helping us with the commemorative stamp. I thank the Bhashini team, due to which you are able to see the real-time translation of the speech being made here in multiple languages. You can see in Hindi, you can see in Telugu. So this is what is the power of the Bhashini platform. I thank my colleagues from the Aadhaar Usage Division and RO Hyderabad for taking the lead, and all other colleagues from the UIDAI from various divisions and ROs for equally supporting. I'm sure this was really challenging. We did not have the venue till late night yesterday, and they have worked overnight to prepare this venue. So I really commend that effort, and you have made it possible. The exhibition at the end, which shows the Aadhaar journey, that has also come up very well. I congratulate the team for putting up a show and request all those who are present here to please visit whenever they get time. And finally, I want to thank each one of you for joining us, coming over here. I know it's a festival season, festivities have begun. It would have been difficult for you to leave those behind at home and also your other important commitments, but you have come here today. That shows your support to UIDAI. I'm really thankful and grateful to all of you. I'm 100% sure that today's deliberation will help us improving the services and serving the nation better. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. It is my pleasure to now invite the Chairman UIDAI, Shri Neelkant Mishra, sir, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I would like to, greet the Secretary, Mr. Krishnan, CEO Bhuvnesh ji, my colleague Mausam, the Postmaster General of the Telangana Circle, Srimati Vishalachi, and my fellow team members on the dais and in the audience. It is indeed a very important day for us. The decision to hold the Aadhaar Samvad on 29 September every day is a celebration of what is an epochal event in how India's digital journey has started. It is also, I think, a very important part of our engagement with the ecosystem. One of the first things I did once I joined Aadhaar about 2 years back, how time passes, was to emphasize that Aadhaar is part of an ecosystem, that at the end of it, it is just a database. How good a database it is, how useful a database it is dependent on ecosystem partners, and therefore we must periodically and regularly engage with our ecosystem partners. So after a successful conclusion of 3 Aadhaar Samvads, this now starts a regular cadence, and I'm very happy to see that all of you have made the effort to join us in this engagement. The 16-year journey and the 15th year after the issuance of the first Aadhaar is a long time, and therefore in an ecosystem which keeps evolving and changing all the time, we also need to be keeping up with it. We are making several changes which are both internal and external. So externally, you must have seen the new Aadhaar app. We hope to see the installed base rising to 20 crore plus. The effort here is to further ease of living. Currently, we have about, as Bhuvnesh ji mentioned, about 9 crore authentications a day. About 1.5 crore of that, those are face authentication. We would like to, our target is at the first step to take it to 25 crore. We are aware that there are many offline authentications happen. The digital authentications are, and we are completely privacy protected. There was this apprehension earlier that if every authentication is digital, somehow records can be kept, and this would be a violation of privacy. This is being done in a 100% privacy protected manner. So as the number of transactions becomes more digital, I think it is more convenient. You don't need to carry around PVC cards, or as my mother does, photocopy of a photocopy so that it doesn't get lost. You don't have to worry about fake IDs. Everything, if it is touching our central database, it is secure, and that creates a trusted environment. So once you start to trust a few things, you can build new layers on top of it. So once the authentication part, which we are working hard to make sure is trustworthy, is robust, you can build taller and taller structures on top of it. So just like the foundation that Aadhaar is, and the first step towards that has to be that the data quality is good and that the authentication is digital. We are also aware that we are the repository, the largest repository anywhere in the world of biometric data, 1.43 billion, 143 crores, and as Bhuvnesh ji mentioned, adding to 2.25 crore a year. What this allows us to do is train new systems. As you know, AI is as much about clean data as it is about the models. We have a unique advantage. We can be driving biometric technology all over the world when it comes to AI. So those are among the few use cases, but there are many more where sandboxes are being made available. And for the startups here, our effort will be to engage with you. There are only so many innovations that we ourselves can drive. Our internal team is very high energy and very capable, but at the same time, I think in a safe, secure environment to enable the creation of new solutions using the repository that we have is actually very important. We are also, on the internal side, improving our internal processes. We have started the implementation of Agile. We are cleaning up the way we incorporate new projects, how we track them, deliver on them. Bhuvnesh ji is now running very rigorous monthly operational reviews. We are tracking how long it takes to generate a new Aadhaar, what percentage of Aadhaars are taking more than 30 days, why are they taking more than 30 days, asking the right questions, the tough questions, so that we keep improving. In a way, this takes us back to the energy of the founding team of Aadhaar, which has set such a solid base, where they would repeatedly get feedback. The virtuous cycle of incorporating feedback, improving continuously, I think is now coming back into the momentum in Aadhaar, and I think we are making some very good progress. A committee has also been formed to set the vision for Aadhaar. What will it be like in the next 7 to 10 years? There are some global experts, the best of the best in networking, in storage, in biometrics, in security, in digital IDs, who are part of that committee. And our effort is to set a vision for Aadhaar and then start driving towards it. Externally, we are, as the Aadhaar app takes off, as face authentication becomes more commonplace and the Aadhaar app itself becomes more robust, we are hoping that there are many more use cases. You just saw you can actually register for conferences and then how fast it can be. You don't need an army of people just distributing lanyards. It can also control, the access, the turnstiles. You've seen those use cases. You can do this for hotel check-in. So there are many, many use cases that will emerge once the Aadhaar app, and we can actually do a lot of in-app authentications as well. So many, banking apps, NBFC apps, delivery personnel. There are many such things, use cases that will be enabled once this app becomes more robust and is rolled out. So to conclude, Aadhaar has come a very, very long way. I doubt that even the founders would have imagined how successful it would be. The evolution of Aadhaar from just being a tool for direct benefits transfer to actually becoming a digital ID used by a whole host of private sector firms. The way the technology has evolved, the way smartphones have penetrated, the way mobile internet has grown. As we embark on the journey going forward, we will need to continue our engagement with you, our partners, and therefore I have my heartfelt thanks to you for attending Samvad, and we hope to continue our engagement. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our great honor to invite our chief guest, Honorable Secretary, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Shri S. Krishnan sir, to deliver the keynote address online. His insights today will set the stage for impactful discussions ahead.
Good morning to all of you. Let me first apologize for not being able to be present there in time to attend this event, but certain other official commitments plus other travel over the weekend meant that I was unable to make it in person. But I'm very happy that the practice of Aadhaar Samvad, which began with an event in November 24 in Bangalore and went on to Mumbai and Delhi and has now reached Hyderabad and is to be institutionalized as part of the Aadhaar Day celebrations on an ongoing basis. This is a very welcome development, and I think it has to be welcome. So let me congratulate the entire Aadhaar team on Aadhaar Day, and I think it's a significant day that we need to observe, a significant event that we need to observe, but also make a request that I don't think you should limit the number of Aadhaar Samvads you hold in future to the Aadhaar Day. Just so happens on this occasion the two coincide, but take this journey across the country, talk to stakeholders, talk to innovators, talk to entrepreneurs, talk to startups across the country in different segments, in different states, to understand what their issues are and also to see how we can actually open up this entire innovation for even greater benefit for everybody in society. So my request would be, this is a wonderful way in which we've begun this. The series of Aadhaar Samvad events have become very good. It is fitting that we are observing it alongside the Aadhaar Day today, but in due course of time, this is something which the outreach is something we should continue to do every time that we get an opportunity. Practically every 2-3 months, it's something which needs to be done in different parts of the country. And at least one round of coverage in the next 2 years or so of all states is something that we can certainly target. Today, we are of course aware that Aadhaar has become the largest digital identity system in the world, bound to be. We are the largest country in the world, and Aadhaar coverage is now practically well above 95% in most states, and therefore we have we've become the largest database across the world of digital identities. Anywhere that you can see, it is something which is increasingly trusted. The name itself, in addition to being a foundation, has come to imply trust. This is a document based on which, or this is a identity based on which everything else is based, and people tend to look at this as something which is significant and something which is the basis of anything else that happens. Which then means, of course, that it's a constant exercise to ensure that the database, especially the demographic details that we collect about the people whose biometric data we have, is up to date, is something which is adequately authenticated. The emphasis in the beginning period was really to ensure wider adoption, and we've now practically achieved that objective. Now the emphasis is on two aspects. One is ensuring that the quality of the database is constantly enhanced. It is kept up to date. It is updated on the basis of authentic information, which is verifiable and verified. And thereafter, this entire database is put to increasingly better uses through authentication and other uses, so that not only is the quality of governance enhanced, not only are we able to do far better in the governance space, which is a key element of what we are attempting to do with Aadhaar, but also in the convenience space, in terms of with the change in the Aadhaar rules, with the private sector also being allowed to use Aadhaar as a basis for authentication. There could be a number of other services that we can render in society in a far more effective way, with least data sharing and least elements of actual friction in the transaction. I think that is the huge hope that Aadhaar holds out, and that is the direction in which we are heading. And interestingly enough, this is one area where the world is looking to us. How effectively are we able to deliver this? It's a matter of pride for the country, and it's a matter where we have to ensure that we maintain where we are. I mean, this is the problem of being hugely successful. Shri Neelkant Mishra, the chairman of Aadhaar, pointed out that we've been hugely successful in this area, and the success is beyond what the founders of Aadhaar would have also imagined. But then that also raises expectations further. That also means that we have to maintain very, very high standards. It also means that we have to continue to deliver on both quality of service and also on authenticity as we go along. And likewise, we would continue to be a target of mischief. As can well be imagined, we have cybersecurity threats are something which we have to face on an ongoing basis. There are people who are all constantly trying to pull down systems, either just as a matter of testing the limits and figuring out where the problems arise, or as a matter of malicious intent. So this is something that on an ongoing basis we have to counter in this country, and it is something that we'll have to counter on an ongoing basis. And the problem often is that Aadhaar is at the center of a lot of such attacks. Aadhaar is at the center of a lot of such motivated issues that come up. People like to target, saying there's been a leak of Aadhaar data. The reason there again oftentimes is that there is not enough awareness. It is rarely leak of actual Aadhaar data. I think it's a matter of pride that thus far we have managed to make sure that our biometric database has been one of the safest, has seen zero leaks in its 16-year-old history. I think it's a remarkable achievement. It is something which we need to continue to preserve. Equally, the demographic data is also rarely leaked. If at all there have been points of leakage, it's where such Aadhaar data has been collected by others, those who are outside the system, and has been stored carelessly, and as a result of which some data may have gone out or some data may have sort of crept out of the system. But that does not represent a leakage of Aadhaar data at all in any way. And I think this is something which needs to be constantly re-emphasized, because this is one area where we need to really build trust. And that trust element is critical. And this is an aspect which requires reiteration, re-emphasis, in order to preserve the trust in what we are up to and what has been happening. So that is one point that I want to emphasize. And outreach efforts of this kind, Aadhaar Samvad dialogues, outreach to the public, is one of the ways in which we establish this trust, is one of the ways in which we re-establish that the data itself has been preserved through excellent practices, through a range of measures which have really worked over time, and therefore both the authenticity and the reliability of the system is something that society as a whole can actually work with and can operate with. So I think to that extent, it's very important that an event of this nature is held from time to time in different parts of the country to reiterate this message. The other part of it really is the outreach to the innovation community, the outreach to finding ways in which we can offer these services better. What is it that we can do better in order to offer a range of people improved quality of services? What is it that we can do to improve the quality of service delivery to everybody else? Today's event is being held in the southern part of the country. There are peculiarities to different parts of the country in which, in what format names are written, in what format different addresses are written, and so on. So when there is demographic data which needs to be verified and which needs to come out, I think we need to understand that the diversity in the country has to be kept in mind. The diversity of practices have to be kept in mind, and those need to be somehow resolved with a centralized system that we have in order to ensure that we are able to deliver better quality of services to people across the country. And these outreach efforts truly help in that as well. Further beyond that, we have to identify ways in which we can expand the scope of services Again, both the CEO of UIDI, Shri Bhuvnesh Kumar, and Shri Neelkant Mishra, the chairman of the authority, have pointed out the various possibilities that exist and various ways in which this can be updated, and how through the Aadhaar app and through easier means of authentication, more widespread means of authentication, the quality of services can continue to be improved and more services can be offered through this mechanism. I think this is something we need to continue to keep building. This is something that we need to continue to work on, and making sure that the authentication of identity is something that we offer with the greatest ease to the population of this country, particularly those who live in rural areas, particularly those who do not have any other means of authentication of identity, and for whom authentication of identity becomes something which is very critical in order to avail of any other benefit that they can feel, that they feel that they are entitled to in the system. In fact, the Aadhaar itself can become the basis of a proactive governance framework. We are today in Hyderabad, and the government of Telangana in the past has made attempts at how to make governance more proactive in terms of what different individuals may require, households may require. The Aadhaar system can also form a basis, and there is a legitimate use of Aadhaar which will enable it to form the basis of the way that individuals can be offered better quality of services from the government side. That is on the governance aspect. On the authentication side as well, this is something which can be used far more extensively in a range of places where people interact with entities or with places where they are otherwise not known. The opportunities are immense, the possibilities are immense. It can be used in a range of operations. It can lead to, as was already pointed out, ease of living in a way that becomes critical to what we can actually achieve in the modern world. And ease of living truly can be economically extremely beneficial, because what it means is it frees up time, effort for more productive uses, and it ensures that overall productivity in the economy also keeps going up. And this is something I think today's event would highlight, and there would be multiple opportunities in which these opportunities to enhance productivity using this tool can be discussed. And the examples that we create through the use of Aadhaar more effectively in the country is something which is replicable not just within different states of the country, but also across the world. It is something that today is cited as something which India has achieved in terms of the India stack and in terms of the digital public infrastructure that India has built up. That has truly been the story about India for the past decade or so, and that rides on the back of the implementation of the Aadhaar ecosystem. And therefore, to carry that story forward and to carry forward those efforts that we have made, I think the continuous improvement in what we are doing within Aadhaar is critical and is important, and the potential truly that Aadhaar offers can continue to be realized through these mechanisms. So let me once again congratulate and greet all the members of the Aadhaar team for the completion of these 10 years of these 16 years of your foundation day, 16th foundation day that you're celebrating today. This has been a signal development. This is a process of constant and continuous improvement that we have embarked upon, and the efforts that many in the team have led in this process is very, very significant, and their openness to collaborate with a range of other participants is also significant and important in the way that they are able to carry forward this process of innovation and carry forward this process of constant improvement into the broader social mechanism and into the social fabric of the country. I wish you all success in these efforts. I keenly look forward to the outcomes of the discussions you have today, and we need to constantly work on improving every aspect of this mechanism so that the expectations that have been raised they continue to be fulfilled, and we are able to actually deliver in far more significant measure. Thank you once again for having me on this occasion as the chief guest and to participate with you on this occasion virtually. I think this is a very significant event, and I look forward to more such events from the UIDAI side across the country as we reach out in our effort to make further services available through the Aadhaar mechanism. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your words have positively set the theme of today's event. Aadhaar's journey began on 29 September 2010, when Srimati Ranjana Sonawane, resident of Tembali, Maharashtra, became the first person to receive an Aadhaar number. 15 years later, Aadhaar has grown into a symbol of trust and empowerment, becoming an inseparable part of everyday life for over 1 billion residents. To celebrate this remarkable journey, India Post is releasing My Stamp and special cover on the occasion of the 16th Aadhaar Day. The Aadhaar My Stamp is a tribute to Aadhaar's transformational role in shaping India's digital governance, and a way to etch Aadhaar's legacy into the nation's collective memory. The stamp itself is divided into 2 sections. The first one emphasizes the 16th Aadhaar Day, symbolizing continuity, inclusivity, and progress. The second illustrates Aadhaar's role in making access to essential services simple and seamless, be it LPG subsidy, farmer incentives under PM Kisan, scholarships, public distribution system benefits, or easy authentication through fingerprint and face recognition. The Aadhaar My Stamp and special cover not only commemorates 16 years of Aadhaar's journey, but also captures its essence. More than an identity, Aadhaar has become the foundation of India's digital public infrastructure, a trusted support that empowers every resident and strengthens the fabric of inclusive governance. We would like to have the stamps on the stage, please. I now request Postmaster General Srimati Vishalachi Madam to kindly unveil my stamp. A huge round of applause for the reveal. A huge round of applause for the release of my stamp. Today is also the occasion when the Aadhaar brand manual is being released. Aadhaar brand manual embodies Aadhaar's core values and set clear standards for branding across platforms, documents, exhibitions, and other public interfaces. I request Shri Vivek Chandra Verma sir to kindly enlighten the gathering with a brief on Aadhaar brand manual.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to bring you the Aadhaar brand manual, an important milestone in establishing a unified and consistent identity for Aadhaar. It will strengthen the identity of Aadhaar across all platforms and ensure that Aadhaar is presented with clarity, consistency, and professionalism all across. It embodies Aadhaar's core value and sets clear standards for branding across digital platforms, documents, signboards, conferences, exhibitions, and any other public interfaces. By providing a clear guideline on branding and the content, the manual will help every team, the partner and stakeholders maintain uniformity in how Aadhaar is seen and experienced. This uniform approach will not only enhance recognition but also build greater trust, as residents will encounter the same Aadhaar identity across all platforms and touchpoints. This Aadhaar brand manual has been entirely developed in-house, and it reflects creativity, capability, and resident-centric approach. I sincerely thank CEO UIDAI for his continuous guidance, feedback, and hand-holding. This manual is a result of collaborative work led by our team at Media Division and Technology Centers. The creative minds, I think many of them are here, who have actually burnt many midnight lamps to actually make it a reality. May I now have the pleasure to present the Aadhaar brand manual for release by our honorable guests on the dais, please.
To kindly launch the Aadhaar brand manual.
Thank you all. We now take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude by presenting mementos to our esteemed guests, whose unwavering commitment and invaluable contributions have been instrumental in shaping the future of the digital identity and empowerment. This token symbolizes our heartfelt recognition of your dedication to innovation and progress. I now request Srimati P. Sangeeta Madam, Deputy Director General, UIDAI Regional Office, Hyderabad, to kindly present the mementos. Ma'am, please present the mementos to Shri Neelkant Mishra Sir, Chairman, UIDAI. Can we please have the mementos on stage?
Gentlemen, a huge round of applause for the memento segment.
Srimati P. Sangeeta Madam, DDG RO Hyderabad, presenting the memento to Shri Neelkant Mishra Sir, Chairman, UIDAI. I request Ma'am to kindly present the memento to Shri Bhuvnesh Kumar Sir, CEO, UIDAI. Request Ma'am to kindly provide the memento to Professor Mosam, Member, UIDAI. I now request Ma'am to kindly present the memento to Srimati N.R. Vishalachi. Postmaster General, Telangana. I now request ma'am to kindly provide the memento to Shri Vivek Chandra Verma sir, Deputy Director General, Aadhaar Usage Division, UIDAI. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I request Shri Vivek Chandra Verma sir, DDG, Aadhaar Usage Division, to kindly present the memento to Srimati P. Sangeeta ma'am, Deputy Director General, UIDAI, Regional Office, Hyderabad.
Thank you, everyone. Our next session has 2 video launches. The first video is on the journey of Aadhaar, and the second video is on the new Aadhaar app. In order to get a better view of the videos going to be displayed on the screen, I now request the dignitaries to please take their seats on the front row sofas. The dignitaries are requested to please take their seats on the front row sofas. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for all the dignitaries for joining us today for this Aadhaar Samvad event.
Thank you, sirs. Aadhaar is the world's largest biometric identity system, launched to provide a unique identity number to every resident of the country. Its journey has been marked by innovation, inclusion, and impact. The Aadhaar journey is a story of scale, innovation, and social impact, empowering billions and transforming how India delivers governance and services. So sit back and join us as we take you through this inspiring journey of Aadhaar, a story unfolding over the years. Please, can we have the video?
Stage may please be cleared.
पहले पहचान बनाना मुश्किल था, मदद तक पहुंचना और भी मुश्किल। लेकिन आज आधार के साथ हमारी पहचान हमारे साथ चलती है। हर जगह, हर समय आधार ने हमारी जिंदगी बदल दी है और एक विकसित भारत के सपने को अपना बना दिया है। मैं भारत हूं। मेरी कहानी आधार के साथ जुड़ी हुई है। 29 सितंबर 2010 को श्रीमती रंजना सोनवणे को देश का पहला आधार दिया गया। इसी ऐतिहासिक दिन को आज हम 16वें आधार दिवस के रूप में मना रहे हैं। 2010 में हर जगह आधार बनवाने के लिए कैंप लगाए गए, जिसमें मैंने अपना और अपने परिवार का आधार बनवाया। हमें एक नई डिजिटल पहचान मिली जो सबके लिए बराबर थी और पूरे देश में मान्य भी थी। राशन कार्ड में आधार जोड़ा गया, जिससे कालाबाजारी पर रोक लगी और हमारे हक का राशन बिना किसी बिचौलिए के हमें मिलने लगा। गैस सब्सिडी, छात्रवृत्ति एवं अन्य सरकारी सेवाओं का लाभ पाना और भी आसान हो गया। अब धीरे धीरे आधार की वजह से मेरा जीवन सुखमय होने लगा। इसके उपरांत आधार की मदद से मेरी बेटी का जनधन खाता खुला। असली वित्तीय समावेशन का एहसास हुआ। आधार की वजह से डिजी लॉकर और यूपीआई जैसी सुविधाएं मोबाइल द्वारा हमारे हाथों में पहुंची। गांव में रहने वाली मेरी मां को मेरे द्वारा भेजे गए पैसे उनके घर पर ही केवल उनकी उंगलियों की छाप द्वारा आधार सत्यापन कर मिल गए। अब उन्हें बैंक जाकर पैसे निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है। आधार से मोबाइल सिम लेना और अपडेट करना बस क्षण भर का काम रह गया। लॉकडाउन में आधार से सरकारी मदद बिना देरी के घर पहुंची। मुश्किल वक्त भी आसान हो गया। कोविन ऐप की मदद से देश भर में कोविड टीकाकरण सुचारू रूप से करवाया जा सका। विश्व ने आधार के योगदान का लोहा माना। आधार चेहरा प्रमाणीकरण ने तो क्रांति ही ला दी। अब मजदूर, किसान, वृद्धजन, दिव्यांगजन इत्यादि बने आत्मनिर्भर। घर बैठे आधार सत्यापन करके सेवाओं का लाभ लेने लगे। फिर मैंने अपनी बेटी के बच्चों का आधार बनवाया और बेटी को समझाया कि 5 और 15 वर्ष की आयु में आधार बायोमेट्रिक अपडेट जरूर करवाना, क्योंकि आधार ही है सुखी जीवन का असली आधार। आज आधार हमारी रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी का अमूल्य हिस्सा बन गया है। पढ़ाई, स्वास्थ्य, बैंकिंग, यात्रा, सब कुछ आधार से आसान हो गया है। आधार न केवल सबसे सुरक्षित डिजिटल पहचान है, बल्कि इसे कभी भी कहीं भी सत्यापित कर असली पहचान का पता किया जा सकता है। मुझे विश्वास है कि आधार इसी तरह हमारे जीवन को और भी सुगम बनाता रहेगा। मेरा आधार, मेरी पहचान।
The new Aadhaar app is going to be launched soon. As a precursor to the launch, we present a short video that offers a glimpse of the features in the new Aadhaar app. Please sit back, watch a short video on the new Aadhaar app.
For years, proving your identity meant carrying physical photocopies or printouts of Aadhaar everywhere. Photocopies that could be lost, misused, or fall into the wrong hands. Even for small services, you often had to share your entire Aadhaar when only basic details were needed. It's time to change that. Presenting the all-new Aadhaar app, a smarter and safer way to share and use your identity in completely paperless manner. Privacy first. Share only what's necessary. Keep the rest private. Digitally verifiable. The Aadhaar app lets you share verifiable credentials with any third party, securely, transparently, and only with your consent. Whether through app-to-app linking or QR-based sharing, you stay in control of your identity always. For example, sharing of VC at a hospital to verify a patient's details during admission. Sharing of VC at pilgrimage places. Public events. Apartments or society for smooth entry. Anywhere, anytime. Prove your presence instantly with Aadhaar face authentication and access your authentication history in real time. One-click biometric locking feature ensures your Aadhaar is 100% secured, whether traveling abroad or on holiday. For families too, add and manage Aadhaar profiles of your family members, all in one place. Perfect for families sharing same Aadhaar registered mobile number. This is more than an upgrade. It's a transformation. A step towards convenience, privacy, and trust in Vikasit Bharat. The Aadhaar app, your gateway to secure, paperless, digital identity sharing.
To conclude this insightful and inspiring inaugural session, it is our privilege to express our heartfelt gratitude. I am now inviting Deputy Director General Srimati P. Sangeeta Ma'am to deliver the vote of thanks.
Namaskar. On this momentous occasion of the first Aadhaar Day, we are joined by luminaries on dais and online too, sharing their wisdom and thoughts with us. A special word of gratitude to the Chief Guest, Sri S. Krishnan Sir, Secretary Mighty, who joined us virtually despite his hectic schedule. Sir, we are immensely benefited by your insights and continued support to UIDAI. We are deeply thankful to our guest of honor, Shri Neelkant Mishra, our chairperson, UIDAI, for encouraging and mooting the very idea of Aadhaar Samvad. We express our gratitude to Shri Bhuvnesh Kumar Sir, CEO UIDAI, for his vision and guidance for UIDAI's continued journey of innovation and inclusion. We thank Shri Professor Mausamji, member UIDAI, for his gracious presence and invaluable support. We sincerely thank Srimati Vishalakshi, PMG Hyderabad, for collaborating with UIDAI for the release of the special stamp and cover of the UIDAI. We express our thanks to Shri Vivek Verma, DDG AU, under whose guidance today's event has been curated. We also sincerely thank senior officers from the state governments and central government, the panelists, the speakers for joining us in celebrating the Aadhaar Day and participating in the 4th edition of Aadhaar Samvad. A big thanks to our colleagues from UIDAI and our ecosystem partners and even collaborators today. We look forward to an engaging and meaningful UIDAI Day ahead. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Madam. I now hand over the dais to Navroz for the first technical session. Thank you.
I now present a brief overview of today's program. We have an exciting lineup that includes presentations on technological innovations. The first session is Innovation in Digital Identity System, followed by New Developments in Enrollment and Update. The third session includes Unlocking Aadhaar for Non-Government Entities and Data Sharing Initiatives. So please sit back and engage in these insightful sessions. But before we begin, I would like to remind you of the QR code on the back of your badges. You can scan this QR code for submitting the questions. After every technical session, we have a 10 to 15 minutes round for the Q&A. The first session of the day is by UIDAI Technology Center. The session is titled Unleashing the Future of Digital Identity. In this session, Mr. Brada Prasad Sabat, Head of Engineering, shall showcase the features of the new Aadhaar app and its potential for unleashing the usage of digital identity by leaps and bounds. His session will be followed by Mr. Zach, Head of Innovation, who will further talk about how UIDAI is transforming into an innovation-driven organization through enablers such as the Sandbox and various other open innovation initiatives. So, it's time for a peek into the future of digital identity. Over to you, Sabit, sir.
Check. Namaskara, Hyderabad. And happy birthday to all who are here, who are part of this UIDAI family, who are here to celebrate the Aadhaar Day. So my innings today, it will be very short, like Abhishek's yesterday innings. Tilak Verma is sweating at the steps. He will come and announce the Sita policy. So coming to the Aadhaar app, I'm sure people who came inside, the delegates who came inside, they must have experienced the Aadhaar app. We are rebuilding this whole digital journey, whole digital experience. The objective of this experience is to move from paper usage of the Aadhaar to the digital usage. This app is going to have a bunch of features, and all of them are targeted to a typical Indian family wherein a single smartphone is being shared in the family. So it is for me and my family. That means you as one of the member of the family, if you have a smartphone, you can add your profile, you can add your Aadhaar to the app as well as your family members. You can add your mother, father, child to this app. Now, when we started this Aadhaar app journey, we started with authentication, show, share, and verification. That has been the the core theme of the app, show, share, and verification. But when we started looking at the use cases, we felt that if we don't integrate the typical lifecycle management related features like the address update, demographics update going future, and mobile number update, it's perhaps missing out certain core functionalities of the digital experience. So that's why the new app, which is getting ready now, getting built for early November release, that will have address update as well as the mobile update features. And this feature is just not restricted to you. If you have added your family members, they can also leverage this functionality. Show, share, and verify. As I mentioned, that becomes the core functionality of the app. We will continue to innovate around these functionalities, around these core ideas, and make it more seamless for you, and innovate on the experience side. Coming to the resident control, when we started this app, the privacy is something fundamental to the UIDAI. Whatever UIDAI builds keeps the privacy part in focus. Keeping that privacy and how do you control your data when it is getting shared, we felt that when you share the data, it has to be a controlled share instead of sharing the completely. Like typically, if you have experienced eKYC journey, it is a complete share of your demographics, including photograph. This app supports selective share. And going forward, I'll also explain the zero knowledge proof that also has been factored as part of the app. User experience, thanks to our UI UX team led by Dhulit. So we have amazing functionality to make sure that your experience, digital experience is superb. So we have Mira, the app assistant, who will help you in experiencing various flows, various journeys that is baked into this app. Now, before I move on to the various use cases, I would like to call upon my Pine Labs member to experience their engagement. So when we started this app, we also spoke to the ecosystems. We are working with almost 20 to 30 partners right now who are doing the integration trials. So when the app rolls out in the production, they are there to ensure that use cases are built. The residents' day-to-day journeys are also factored. Hi, Kaushal. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sabut sir. I assume everyone